We begin with this. In just a few hours, the American flag will once again fly over Havana. Secretary of State John Kerry left Joint Base Andrews this morning for the Cuban capital. He is the nation's first top diplomat to visit the island in 70 years.
The flag raising is a symbolic step in normalizing relations between Cuba and the United States. Margaret Brennan is at the reopened U.S. Embassy in Havana for the historic moment. Margaret, good morning.
Good morning. Well, a Cold War standoff will end here in Havana when the Stars and Stripes fly once again on the island. But diplomats say the hard work to repair this relationship is just beginning.
The U.S. Embassy in Havana still looks a lot like it did when it was shuttered in 1961. Fidel Castro's close relationship with the Soviet Union drove the U.S. to cut diplomatic ties. Relations then went into a tailspin. The U.S. sponsored a failed invasion and attempted to assassinate Fidel Castro, who then let the Soviet Union store nuclear missiles on the island aimed at the U.S.
I have directed the armed forces to prepare for any eventuality.
The tit for tat continued for 54 years, but now the anti-American billboards are gone. And Cubans hope a growing number of American visitors, already up 56% this year, will jumpstart their weak economy.
We don't need to be separated. The worlds were too global today. We need to come together.
But Cuban diplomat Josefina Vidal, who negotiated the reopening of the embassy, says the continued U.S. trade embargo limits progress.
There cannot be normal relations between two countries when there are sanctions, economic sanctions that damage the Cuban people and damage even the interests of the American people.
Cubans still cannot buy goods from the U.S., and the Castro government's promises of new access, like credit card use and the internet, have not panned out. But many Cubans hope this diplomatic opening may improve life. One doctor told us Cuba's already changing, and there will be positive changes in the future. This shopkeeper said there should be better relations because the people have nothing to do with politics. Many here are sick of politics and hope that today's flag raising will be more than symbolic.
Now, the festivities will get underway here in just a few hours. A number of congressmen and prominent Cuban Americans are flying down to witness this historic moment. And Vanita, that includes the very same Marine Guards who shut down this embassy all those years ago.
Wow, Margaret Brennan in Havana this morning. Thank you.